you to put the puzzles to the side for right now. And we will continue finishing these hopefully by the end. If not, then feel free to bring it to the following class and work on it when you get here, or work on it at home. But I'm hoping to do, girls, I'm hoping to do a puzzle every single class. Every class, not science, just math, so that we can continue getting our brains moving right in the beginning. What does it mean to have a linear pattern? Okay, I'm seeing this. What else? What are some other ways? What does it mean to be linear? Abram?
It doesn't always have like a constant change. Like you can find a formula and that pattern will go up that time all the time.
Yep. So it will always go up. Okay, good.
And it'll go up at like the same rate.
Yeah, it goes at a constant rate. Okay, so when I was showing you the graph for this, and I had just kind of given you the idea that you were going to see graphing involved. We're not going to see it today, but eventually you're going to see linear graphs like this. They go into a constant line. So now let's do a little bit of an activity. So again, what I would like you to do, we did this previous class. I want you to come up, but this time I want you to share the blocks between your group members, or if you'd like, you can take your own. Okay, so come up, grab a handful of blocks, and remember we're making patterns, so grab each one. One of the funniest things that I really enjoyed from him was his diagrams of people. So all of his stories start off with little boys with belly buttons for some odd reason. So what I wanted to do is start off with my own type of story, and then we're going to kind of create an equation from it. So to start, I have 3, and I'm going to make my own. Girls with a ponytail. So I have 3 girls with a ponytail. And I want you guys to create the backstory. Why should I have 3 girls with ponytails?
Why not? Question.
If I'm thinking about patterns, how could I create a story with 3 little girls? Alright, so if I want to create a constant, I want to increase, right? I want to go at a constant rate, I want to go in a straight line. Okay, guys, when you're playing with they're very loud. Alright, I'm okay if you move them around, but stacking them. Okay, so I'm going to start off with 3 little girls, and I'll start off with a story with, they're going to a circus, and they want to get onto the, no, let's go a fair, and they want to get into this ride that they've always wanted to go on. Exactly what I just said. First little girls in line are these 3 little girls. After that, how many little girls should be added to my 3? Should I just do 2? Should I have 2 little girls decide to join this line? Sure, let's do it. Okay, now I have how many little girls with ponytails? I have 5? I started off with 3. I added 2 of them. Now I'm at what? 5. And don't forget the ponytails. Oh yeah. Okay. Now with your blocks, I want you to build the pattern. Show me 3, and then the second pattern is 5. Build the pattern. Yeah, whatever way you'd like to show it. Alright, perfect. Okay, eyes up here. Alright, so I'm going to represent this as one group. This as my second group. And my third group, because we know it's going up by what? 2. How many little girls are going to be in my third group? 7.
So now we have to create the equation, I'm guessing here, and
Just wait, Spencer.
Oh. I mean, my brain works too fast.
I know. Okay, and my little ponytails. Okay, perfect. So, again, I always want you guys to go back to a table of values. I know this seems a little bit easy, but again, I want to build your confidence and not scare you right away with showing you an equation, freak you out, and then you hate it already. So, to start, we've kind of already made our equation in our own heads. So, we're going up with a constant of 2 with each one. So, what could a possible equation look like? And I want you to just think about it in your heads for right now. Don't be shouting out answers. I want you to think about an equation. And remember, the equation can look like this. And remember, we have an independent variable, which is what? Cody?
Changing one? I don't know how to explain it.
Is it going from group to... The figures. Yes, the figures or the groups or any way that you want to describe it.
The independent variables?
Yeah, that's the independent variable. The things that you can change. So I would like you to, in your heads right now, create the equation. I'm going to give you just 30 seconds quickly. Try and find what the equation is going to be in your head. Don't shout out answers. Think about it. Make sure it's correct. Do you have an answer or do you have a... Not yet. I want to give some time. Once you have it, I would like you to put a thumb up just right on your desk. Show me. If you don't have it, don't put it up yet. I'm giving you some time. Just think about it. And allow others to think about it. And keep your thumbs up. I want to see that everybody has it. Okay. So, first of all, what should normally be attached to our independent variable?
What is it?
A dependent or what should be attached here?
Oh, what's that word?
That's it.
Is it our group number? Independent
Oh,
variable?
it's
No, not the figure number, not yet. What is it?
That comment
before the X.
Yeah, there we go, we're on it. The common, not denominator,
Variable?
common difference. Okay, so the common difference is what here?
2.
2. And does everybody understand that? The common difference is what is increasing each time, as well as you can have decreasing as well, but we won't get into that just yet. Okay, so we have 2. Our x is our variable. Can our variable be any letter?
Yes.
Yes, any letter I want. And for right now, should we leave it as x, or what should we leave it as? What would you guys like to leave it as?
Let's just leave it as X and Y. Those are the most common variables.
Okay, so I'm here, you know what, let's do that. We're gonna leave it as P for ponytail. I like it. Okay, then we have 2P. Do we know what this number is just yet?
Yes, we do.
Okay, what am I hearing?
Yes.
I'm hearing yes, but what kind of numbers? What do we think? Okay, 1. Any other numbers?
Well, it's gonna depend, isn't it? Because of our, it's gonna be our independent variable. Isn't it?
No, independent variable will be the variable that you can actually change, and that's going to be the variable. So this number will stay the same. And it's also called a constant, and we remember that from previous. What was our constant? A number without a variable. Does this now make sense? Can you see the connection here? So our constant will not change. That allows this equation to be linear.
So that's gonna be 1.
So we have 1. Does anybody have any other any guesses? Okay, I'm gonna guess 2.
2.
Just gonna guess.
Why?
Just guess.
That's
I'm gonna
probably the
try.
answer. That's fine.
All right. So again, now what am I going to put in this ponytail position? Not a ponytail.
Independent variable.
My independent variable is my
Independent.
figure number or group number or whatever you'd like it to be.
So is it like brackets?
So if you want to think about it this way, we have 2 multiplied by our group number. Our group number is going to change. So I'm going to start it off with 1. So in order for this equation to work, I need it to match up. This y needs to be how many people are in this first group.
3.
So 3 is our y. So let's see if this is equivalent, which means are they equal? We have 2 multiplied by 1,
2.
which is 2,
Plus 1 equals 3.
plus 1 equals 3. So can I right away say that 2 may not work?
2 is not 1.
And I'm saying may because you're going to get to a question where you're going to have answers like this, and you're going to have to think, will it be 1? Is it 3? And you're going to have to do a few, you're going to have to guess and check. So that's why I'm offering 2 different options here. Okay, so I have 2 to the 1 plus 1 equals 3. Now we have to check the next set. So I have 2 to the what now? 2. We have to go to the next one. Plus 1 gives us 5. Can we see that our equation is accurate? Yes. Perfect. Okay. Any questions with this one?
Is there a formula that can get us the answer without guessing and checking? Because it has to be guessing and checking.
Depending on, so for this guy here,
Just for any.
so say that I want to know how many people are in group number, let's say 10. I can, in order for me to find out how many people are in group 10, all I can do is replace the group with 10, and I can solve for how many people are going to be there. If I have that certain amount of people, say let's make it 22, just making up a number here. I have 22 people, but I don't know which group they're in. I don't know what group of people that is. Then I'm going to manipulate the formula, and I'm going to leave this as P. I'll bring it up here. All right, so now this is a little bit of algebra. I don't want to scare you with it. It's a very simple one. I don't want to scare you. But my purpose here for this question is I want to know, I have 22 people, but I don't know what group of people they're coming in. So that's what I want to find. I want to find that group. So I have 2 to the p plus 1 equals 22. Is that scary? It's okay if it's a little bit, because it's involving a letter. It's a variable. So what you have to do is you have to take the number that does not have a variable, so that constant, and I'm going to circle it in a different color for you guys just for right now. And I'm going to move it over. What happens when you take that positive number and you move it across that equal sign?
Add it on to the total.
What happens to the sign? Does it change? Yeah. Nodding, confusion, kind of sleepy. All right. Anyways, it moves over and it becomes a subtract 1.
Why is that?
Because I'm moving it across the equal sign.
So is it like the matrix then, whatever comes in, it's not really gonna come out positively charged?
Ava?
The reason why we make this is because we're sending the 2 numbers side by side, and for 2p, we're just trying to find p. So all we have to do is the 2p constant value is 22. So we take off 4, we take off 1 on 22.
Yeah.
We divide the 2 divide 22 by 2.
Yeah. Okay, so all I did here was I moved that 1 over and I changed its sign. What happened if I moved the negative 1 across the equal sign? It's going to be a positive. Okay, going back and forth, negative 2 positive, positive 2 negative. Can you also kind of visualize the number line here? If you have a number line and you're going back and forth across that 0, do you change signs? Yes. Same thing kind of applies here. You're changing your sign. So now that I'm left with 2p equals 22 minus 1, the goal for this question is trying to leave the variable by itself.
I
Yes,
just wanna make sure. Same thing would apply then if the number was negative, we were moving it across from left to right, in this case, and it changed over to a positive. Whenever it moves, it changes to
Change
the
the sign.
opposite.
Yeah, it has to be across the equal sign though.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I want to leave the p on it by itself, but should I kind of make this look a little bit nicer?
Yes.
I have 22 minus 1. What's that going to be? 21? All right, so now, knowing our facts, we had just kind of gone through this with square roots. We were doing lots of factoring, we were doing lots of multiplication, and we've done a lot of division. 21 divided by 2, do you think it's going to be a decimal? Yeah?
Divided by 2, let's see, we divided it by 3,
Yes.
we get a whole number, so.
Yes, so if you divide it by 3, we get what?
7.
7. So do we think it's going to be a decimal?
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. So if I go 21, and I'm going to divide it by 2 because again, I want to leave the variable by itself. So I'm going to divide it by 2, and divide this by 2. What do you think my answer is going to be?
It's gotta be 10.5.
Anybody have some answers? I'm not going to give you the answer. I want you to figure it out. Cody?
10.5.
So you 10.5 is up on the board. Anyone have any other different answers? Yes, no, yes, no. I want you to try and figure this out using your head.
It's pretty simple.
That's
Well,
okay.
An easier way to think of it is actually just take away the 1, separate that, divide that by 2, and then divide 20 by 2, and then add those together.
Okay, so can we say the consensus is 10.5? Okay, good. All right, so that 10.5 is now what? What is the 10.5 representing? P. P is what? 10.5. The girls with ponytail? The group of them.
So we have 10 and a half million components.
We have 10 half. I'm just doing a random sample from a question. Okay, so now, what I would like you to do while I put up your next question is I want you to quiz, again, your partner. I want you to create a tablet on the desk and quiz your partner to find the equation. Just until I get it set up.
I want to look at that one.
Okay, you should be quizzing each other.
Now,
Because you're mobile. Okay, 2, 4, 6.
And what about the other ones?
Do it like this. It's 100. Diga, seryoso 100. 100.
But that's
100.
You're starting to see some interesting things. So Taylor and Holly, they found one that was multiplication. But again, it was going at a constant rate. Can that still be linear?
Yeah.
Yes. What happens if your equation involves subtraction?
it can still be linear.
It can still be linear. Okay, so I'm really happy that you guys are starting to look and find different equations on your own. So I want to do one more question and then we're going to do a little activity. And because you guys have been working really hard, I will allow you a 5-minute brain break before we get going. Because you guys have done such a good job today. And during that brain break, you can work on your Sudoku. But again, that is allowing you to be on your phones for 5 minutes. But anyways, not starting right now, I want to get through this problem. So to start, I want to redo my backyard. So in order for me to redo my backyard, I need to purchase a tractor. So for purchasing the tractor, it's a $150 rental, and it's $10 for each hour. So the $150 rental plus the $10 for each hour is how much I need to pay for my tractor. If I have a budget though of $250, I need to figure out how long I can use this tractor.
10 hours.
10 hours?
Yeah, but then there's 150 too.
Yeah.
So subtract that and then.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want someone to come up here who has some ideas,
You want us to make an equation?
and I want you to make an equation. I only have a few people. I was hoping that I had so many people excited there. I wanted to see people coming up. So what I want you to do, because you guys are pretty excited about this, is flip your Sudoku questions over. And I want you, with a partner by yourself, try and solve and find the equation for this question. All right. Okay. So eyes up here, guys, and put your hands. Take your hands off the little blocks. I know they're very. Play with them. Okay. Just walking around. Lots of you right away got the answer, which I'm happy with. But I also want you to make sure that the equation makes sense. You can't just randomly put Oh, it's this because the answer is there. Well, you gotta make sure that there's a step the equations match up. So, if it's $150 for rental, so how long, how many hours can he use this?
Sample.
10.
10 hours. Okay, so can somebody tell me their equation? Cody?
10, and then the variable,
Good.
plus 150 equals
50 equals what? Good. Okay, did anybody try and solve this in steps from here? I saw Andre was doing it, and Spencer. Okay, so how can I find this by following some steps?
Well, simple enough. So we have to think that 10 is our common difference, 150 is our time variable. So we're gonna go 10 plus our root number. So in this case, it's gonna start off, it's gonna be 1. So 10 times 10 plus 150, we get 160.
Okay, so you're starting off by kind of doing longhand here.
Yep.
Okay, so 160, and then you could go 10.
We get 10 times 2, 20 plus 150 equals 170.
Yeah.
So go up by that. You're just adding on 10 each time, and you are going to get charged 10 hours until you go.
Yes. So you can do this, but do you find that it's kind of, you start to get bored after a while? Yeah. So another way that you can quickly do it, and Andre, you had done this, is how?
Replace y with 250, and then you have to get rid of the constant there, so you subtract 150. And
So Andre moves it over. So it's 10 hours equals 100.
and divide it by 10.
Divide by 10. Divide by 10. Hours is 10. So there's multiple ways. Alright, so because I owe you a 5-minute brain break, I would like you in this brain break quickly put all of the squares back in their proper bag. What you're going to be doing is I'm going to be putting you in groups of 3. There's going to be one group of 4. In each of your groups, you have to make a pattern, and I want it to be difficult. I want you to also try and include a subtraction in it, so looking at difference, as well as multiplication. So the groups that I want you to be in are you 3?
Okay.
Nope, go back to Connor, these guys, stand with them. Josh, you're gonna go with those 2 girls there. You 3, and then you 3. Okay. So each of your group, listening. I haven't told you what you're doing yet. Each one of your groups, I need you to come and grab around, just this is an estimation, but about 20 blocks, because you're going to make a large pattern. If you need more, grab more. Then I want you to put it in an area around the room. You can do it on the desks, you can do it on the floor, whatever you want. After that, we're going to be rotating through. So when you're creating your patterns, you need to understand what the equation is. It has to make sense. Okay, so send one person from your group to come and grab blocks. The other, find a place in the room. Do you want to dump some on your desk? What will constantly be increasing?
Okay, I'll keep counting how many you add. These high? It goes Holly, what was I doing? You're like,
X plus.
No, yeah, because she,
video. Plus 5. 4.
Okay. Just eyes over here really quickly. I know that you're still working, but can you please grab a whiteboard, one between each group, and a whiteboard marker. I got it.
table to the okay,
Okay, are you guys almost finished?
Yeah.
Going
times 1.
So, tapos grade, kung grade 6, talaga pinapanda, grade 5, grade 4,
What's 24 minus 8 again?
24 minus 8 is 16. So,
No, plus 2 equals 11.
Yeah, it is, it's working with E size.
but that's weird though. Why would they have C equation matches up to the number of blocks? And then
Trying to throw us off.
How are you guys already ahead of us?
What?
How are you guys ahead of us?
It's more than 7
I just
One other group, and I want you to write down the equation on your whiteboard. Okay? Rotate to a group.
Right?
I know I want you to break through it.
minus 1.
Okay.
3 times 2. 3 times 1.
why?
3 minus 1 is 2. 3 times
Okay. So it's going up by 3.
Yeah.
Is this 2 and then 5, 3, and then you're minusing 1, so 3. The 2 would be 6 minus 1 is 5. Okay.
That's the same as ours.
That's good.
Did you guys figure it out?
Okay, rotate to another group.
3.
It goes up by
3 times 1 is 3.
How did you find it, the first one? Okay, that's the thing that you times whatever the constant.
There we go.
So remember that this part though, this is telling you how many blocks are in each one. So if let's just do the first one first. How many are in this here? There's 2. So 2 will be your y. How many is it going up by? 3. So 3, your independent variable. And that's 1. So if you go 3 multiplied by 1, can you possibly get to 2? From where are you going to put that? Yeah. So you're going to put minus 1, good, so she erased it, subtract, by 1. Will that work? Okay, are you okay with that?
3x minus 1 equals
5 times 2 is 10 minus 5. No, not minus 5, the 1 will have to stay. 3x, 3 times 1. So it's going to be 3 times 2 is 6 minus. Okay. All right,